Welcome to your daily focus for September the 17th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. You guys absolutely rock. Oh, a bunch of cards trying to turn over. I think they were good cards too. We should have went with them. So we have the 17 energy. The 17 energy is making the impossible possible. It's about walking with integrity. It's about using our courage and our strength, because we have the 1 + 7 is an 8. So we have to think of those things, and it's utilizing our strength, utilizing our courage in order to make the impossible possible, about taking a risk on ourselves, believing in ourselves, believing in our goals, our dreams, our desires, our wants, letting out our creativity, letting out our inventiveness. If we do the numerology of the day, it gets even better because it's a 22 energy. So a very high intuition today, visionary thoughts today. Goals can be reached quite quickly today. So set goals today, and you'll be amazed when you keep your focus on it and you roll up your sleeves and get to work, just how quickly they manifest into a reality going forward. 22s can be quite challenging because it will ask more of us, but the return is so much greater because of it. So don't give up hope or throw in the towel when the going gets a little tough. It only means that you're that much closer to greater success. We have the sun in Virgo, the moon is in Aquarius, so it's all about friends, community, groups, causes, the collective. It's about being inventive. It's about coloring outside the lines. It's about pushing the boundaries a little bit. It's about looking for the unique, the original, the different. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Roll up your sleeves and get to work. That's what this card is all about. Doesn't matter if anyone's watching or if you think somebody's watching or not. They are. So know that they are. And just keep your head down and do the job at hand. Do the task at hand. Bring your gifts to the table. Utilize them. This card says that we have to dedicate ourselves to the mundane, to the little things that need to get done, that we can't trip over the little stuff in order to do the big stuff. But here we hold the paintbrush in our hand, so we can do the outline and fill it in as we go. We just have to remember to take care of all those little details. We can't skip over them. The energy will make us come back and finish it off. So it's best to complete the task at hand. The 6 of Cups. Now, we haven't seen the 6 of Cups in quite a while. And this does mean about reminiscing to a certain extent with this card. But with the way the artist portrays this, I see us as the child. I see the person standing next to us with, they're either an angel, a spirit guide, a past loved one. And we stand there in front of the flowers and we're scared to touch them. We're hesitant. We're pulling ourselves away from it. We want to. They're so beautiful. We want to smell them. We want to touch them and see if they feel velvety or silky But we were told once upon a time we couldn't touch the flowers. The flowers weren't for us. How dare we even look at the flowers? And our spirit guide, our angels, a past loved one, God, the universe, the divine energy, is telling us it's okay. The flowers are for us. We can touch them. We can smell them. We can embrace them. That the flowers were always meant to us, meant for us. So this could be where we start to look at our truths and we start to redefine what is a truth for us. What is, I knew one girl and her parents always said children should be seen but not heard. And she was always so afraid to put out her thoughts, her ideas, her just saying something. Because she was taught so much to be quiet that it just became a part of who she was. And once she realized that the only reason she was quiet is because she was told for years upon years, and it takes a while, okay? You just can't imagine, you just can't think that it's going to turn like a light switch. It took years of conditioning to get to the point to stay quiet, to fade into the background, to not be noticed, not be heard. So it takes work, and it takes effort, and it takes risk, and it takes courage, and it takes strength, and it takes a belief in yourself and a confidence. And the more you do it, the easier and the easier it becomes. And one day you just realize that you're not that quiet, shy person anymore that hid their talents, their abilities, their smile. But you are now that person that stands with confidence and using the talents, the abilities, the strength, and the courage to move yourself forward, to manifest your dreams, your goals, your desires. So pay attention to what part of that is about you today. What's something that maybe a friend said, an aunt, an uncle, a family member, a parent, somebody that you respected, something that you heard once, and you took that for the gospel truth. You took that as if it were etched in stone and you had to live by it. And yet it was only somebody else's opinion of what the reality should look like at the time. Your reality should be at the time. And you will unlock, you will open doors for yourself. You will get clarity. You will get understanding. So we could be feeling a little unsatisfied today, or isolated today, or maybe even unloved today. And we may get defensive about our feelings and affections. We may try and put those walls up instead of analyzing, why do I feel isolated? Why do I feel unloved? Why am I unsatisfied? What do I want? What do I need? And Aquarius, the Aquarian moon, will help us to push outside the boundaries and see things with a new perspective, a new understanding, a new light. And then we have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is all about knowing how beautiful you are and how deserving you are. That you weren't put here to struggle. You definitely weren't put here to struggle, but we do struggle. We do because we have free will. So it's not just etched out for us, A, B, and C. It's almost like we learned the theory on the other side, and now we're here to do the practical. And we don't have our notes, and we don't have our books. And sometimes we can just feel like we are so lost in the world, or we don't belong, or we don't fit in, or too much time has passed, and we can't do this or that. And it's all fallacies. Absolutely. You were put here to love life, to enjoy life, to be loved, to love others. And to make your dreams a reality. To make your goals a reality. Now we sit here and we look at our cup and, we're kind of wondering, like, how do we want to fill our cup? The world is our oyster. The stars are the limits that we can have. If we want to put in the energy, the focus, roll up our sleeves, get to work, get committed, take a risk on ourselves, anything can fill that cup, anything we desire, anything we want. And it's a beautiful day for just that kind of energy, to say, I want this. But we can't just say, I want this today. We have to go out and we have to roll up our sleeves and we have to get to work. We have to put our focus on it. We have to get determined about it. And we may have to take that step outside of our comfort zones in order to experience that path that we want for ourselves. Now, we don't have any really strong cards here, though, so it may be hard to pull in the energy of our intuition and our sage wisdom to work together. So ask of that today. Say, please cement my knowledge and my heart to go together, to work as one unit, so that you're not being pulled in separate directions. I think we have Mars now. Mars is now in Libra. So we have Mars and Venus and Mercury, I think, all in Libra. So we're having the Libra party. The Libra party is on. And when we have that kind of Libra energy, we'll skirt the arguments. We'll want harmony. We'll see every side of the coin. We'll see umpteen ways that we can move forward. We can get caught up into overthinking things. Absolutely. When we try and win an argument, we try and do it with a flair, with a style, with a beauty, with a grace. But we can be very diplomatic. and we can be very outgoing and friendly. Although today I'm thinking in some way we may be pulling our heart within to see what we deserve, to understand what we deserve, understand what we can go for in our lives. Understand the beauty of what can be in your life going forward. And it might be by more of looking at what you believed was the truth. Because remember, we're making the impossible possible today. We're seeing where something in our minds has been restricting us from actually moving forward, where we thought we were trapped, where we thought we couldn't go forward, where we thought we couldn't make that move. I was very lucky growing up, and when I was a young teenager, women just, weren't part of the workforce. We were definitely underpaid at almost every job, and there was a lot of jobs that you just wouldn't fathom a woman in, like a truck driver. And so I donned on a pair of steel toes and got my truck license. Not realizing, when I went to do my driver's license test for my truck and I showed up for the rental truck that I had booked for the test, I showed up and, giggled and, where do I sign? And as I was signing it, he says, "Where's your driver?" And I said, "Well, I'm the driver." And they went out back and they came back. They go, "The truck's broken." And I had to find another truck in about 45 minutes so that I could do the test, because women just weren't supposed to be wearing steel toes. There wasn't even a woman's steel toe on the market. Okay, there was only men's steel toes for probably the first 15 years I worked. Because society told me, but society forgot to tell me. I missed that note. I missed that seminar. I missed that meeting. My parents brought me up to let me think that I could do or be anything that I wanted to. And there were no restrictions. And then as I went into the job world, I found out that there were restrictions, but only if I accepted them as restrictions, which I didn't. So the people that would turn their heads when I would roll up the truck at my next stop and I would jump out and they'd be like, "You're a girl." And it's like, so I am. So, and it could be anything, but we're taught certain things in our societies, regardless of what your society teaches you. We all believe that there's firm rules that we have to abide by. But some of those rules are just, 99.9% of those rules are just made up rules by somebody else, and we've all followed them. The only rule that we truly have to follow is love one another and love yourself. So let's get on to, now that I'm done babbling. I don't know who needed to hear that, but there's always somebody in the comments that said, "Yep, directed right at me, Tilly." So, and I know the message is for more than one person, but somebody's angels and spirit guides are definitely working overtime when I get jabbering. We all know that. Okay, so what do we have here? Vacation. Take time for relaxation and adventure. I'm taking this card as, it's telling us to roll up our sleeves and get our focus and everything. And don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to create laughter. I mean, the 5 energy for this year is what that is all about. It's about understanding where we lack joy in our life and where we need to include joy in our life and create joy in our life. And we must not forget that. Now, you're saying, "I can't go on a vacation. I can hardly make ends meet." Go for a vacation in your mind. Go for a vacation on your computer. Okay, go somewhere. Go to a museum, an art gallery. Go to a different country. Go and see what maybe this little town has in store for you if you ever decide to go there, and maybe it'll end up on your bucket list. Do a little bit of daydreaming, but be careful, because daydreaming on a day like today, especially with the moon in Aquarius, we may do it at the expense of actually moving forward in productivity, or maybe having some kind of clear communication if our mind really isn't in that conversation. So if you're in a conversation, stay focused on the conversation and set aside time to meditate, to contemplate, to pray, to breathe, to be in the moment, to create happiness and joy in your life. Take time for relaxation and adventure. Have some fun. Don't just sit there. Do something. Even if it's anything, just do it. Have some fun with life. You deserve a rest for the best. So if you feel like taking a long sleep, do it. A massage, yes. Sunbathing, absolutely. Playing in the snow, dynamite. Rejuvenate and nurture your mind. I don't know where dynamite came from. Rejuvenate and nurture your mind, body, and spirit with plenty of rest and simple pleasures. And you know, Uranus is very much about bringing in that balance of mind, body, and spirit. And it's in Taurus right now. So there are some, when we can stay practical and yet tap into our ingenuity, we become extremely powerful under the Uranus energy. So we could go on a family vacation, a short getaway, a romantic trip, or go in your mind. Go to that happy place. Somewhere where there's a smile on your face. It is important to remember the everlasting memories and bonds that you are creating. So the mantra is, I rejuvenate my mind, body, and spirit. I rejuvenate my mind, body, and spirit. And we'll get an animal here. So we have a lot of very positive energy to allow us to be able to move forward, to set some goals, put our focus on our goals, roll up our sleeves, get to work, and be very productive. There's also a part of it telling us to unwind a little bit, let some fun in. Don't forget the giggles and laughter. I kid you not. I kid you not. Giggle. The deer comes out. I told you so. I love the way these cards go together, but oh, I get the goosebumps every time. Whew. So giggle, laugh, smile, comedy, play, and fun. Live and work, but do not forget to play, to have fun, and really, really enjoy it. Deer tells you to giggle. Feels that your laughter may have been stifled by life's difficulties and pains. Smiling is a start, and oftentimes